Alright guys, what's up? Getting ready here for the CFA from lesson 13, solving systems equations. We had two lines. This was our CFA. We're going to get ready here for the retake. So we have these two lines here. It says, given the lines shown here, what are the two possible equations for this system of equations? So we're supposed to make up two equations. And then here it says, how many solutions does this system of equations have? And explain your reasoning. So this system, hopefully we can see these two lines here are parallel. So that means we should know they have no solution. Alright, and your explanation could be that like they never intersect. If you said that they're parallel lines, that means they never intersect, so that works as well. That's mostly what I saw for the explanation there. And then we were just supposed to make up two equations, and this is where most people struggled. But there's only a couple things we had to know. First of all, we know both these lines are increasing, so we know they have to have positive slopes. And then I can tell that this one here has a positive y-intercept, and this one here has a negative y-intercept, right? Here's the origin, here's 0, so that's got to be positive something, and then below it has to be negative something. Alright, so if we're using y equals mx plus b, alright, I know both the m's have to be positive, right? They both have positive slopes, they're both increasing. And now one of the b's has to be positive, and one of the b's has to be negative. Alright? Now, another thing, for parallel lines, right, that means they're the same slope. So whatever positive number you use for m here, you have to use the same number here. Alright, they have the same steepness, the same slope. So it's important that both of our slopes are the same. So y equals two lines. It didn't matter to me which number you picked for the slope, right, for the steepness. Really the number for both of them, neither one of them was actually important. I'm just going to say 2x and 2x. As long as these were positive and the same, you were correct. And now one of these needs to be plus, right, because one's going to be at a positive number, and one needs to be minus because it's going to be at a negative number. So if you wanted to say maybe like plus 1 or 2, this looks like it's fairly close to the origin. This looks like it's quite a bit further. So if I was really trying to be accurate, and this one's just barely above it, and this one's pretty far below it, maybe I'd say this one's like, I don't know, 15 or something, right? It doesn't really matter. I wasn't grading you on the numbers, but as long as these were both positive and the same, and then these signs were different, you were going to get full credit for that. All right. So let's talk about some other graphs, all right, and how they might look. So here's another one with no solution, right? We have parallel lines. All right, and then so here's what those equations might look like, right? This one here is at 3, starting at 3, increasing by up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. All right, so this is the 2x plus 3 line. This one here, same slope, right, because they're parallel, but it started at negative 5 for the y-intercept. All right, and then it went up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. All right, so this is a no solution, right, parallel lines. Up here we have one with one solution, right? We see these lines here intersect at one spot right here. So for that, the slopes have to be different. If they're going to have one solution, the slopes have to be different. Now these both cross the y-axis at a positive number at 8 and at 5. So we have plus 8 and plus 5. All right. And they're both decreasing lines, so both of our slopes are negative. But they had to be different numbers because they have one solution. If the slopes are the same, they either have no solutions or all solutions. The slopes are different, we know they have one solution. All right, so that's what we're going for here because these lines intersect. All right, if you see lines that intersect, you have to have different slopes in your equations. All right. So then the last example that we could possibly have, here you only really see one line, and that's because both equations are the exact same. There's really two lines here, they're just right on top of each other. Alright, so this is infinite solutions, when the slopes are the exact same and the intercepts are the exact same. Alright, the slope here is positive. This one's up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, so that's 2 over 1, that's the slope of 2. And it started at 3, here's 1, 2, 3, so the y-intercept here is positive 3 plus 3. Alright, for both those lines. Hopefully this helps, guys. You see a graph where there's an intersection, that's one solution. You see a graph with no intersection, parallel lines, no solution. And if you see a graph with what it looks like just one line, and they're saying that there's two equations there, then you know there must be infinite solutions, right? All solutions. All right, so hopefully this helps. If you guys still have questions, please come on up and ask, and then hopefully you guys can do real well on your retake. So good luck, guys.